I'm Kiran Kumbhar. I'm a historian with a background in medical and public health practice. I'm from Chiproon, which is a town on the western coast of India in the state of Maharashtra. So broadly, I'm interested in the history of healthcare in India in the modern period. So after the 1800s, I'm looking at this history through the lens of power and privilege, especially caste-based privilege. So I studied medicine and I practiced medicine in India prior to coming to the US. So the experience of being a practitioner, especially in the early 2010s, when there was a lot of conversation on distrust in doctors, distrust in the medical profession, and violence against doctors. So that kind of became my topic of dissertation. And then for my current topic, just this general experience of the health policy world where historically policymakers and bureaucrats seem to be just doing more of the same when it comes to policies. For example, we always hear about population control as the panicky to everything that's wrong in India. So this experience where people are not looking at evidence and just going with what they think is the right thing to do, looking at that. My background in medicine and public health helps me in terms of the topics that I choose. So both the topic of distrust in doctors or the history of health disparities in India, they are informed by current conversations, topical kind of discourse going on in India right now. After my dissertation was published, I was approached by a reporter from Times of India, for example. So these topics seem to have a relevance to what's going on in India. And I've done a podcast in the past by interviewing a lot of historians on the history of healthcare. CASI is very well known among scholars who study India and South Asia. The things that I heard were how dynamic a place it is, and especially the opportunities to meet so many different scholars from different disciplines, all of them working on some or the other aspect of India, especially India in the 20th century. What makes me most excited about living in Philadelphia, I'm very excited to see there is this history of medicine museum. It's called the Mutter Museum. I've heard a lot about it. I've been studying history of medicine now for so many years, but I've never gotten to go there. There's also a science history museum, again, which looks at the history of science, another topic that I study. So I'm excited about that too.